Found in Conway, South Carolina, next to the Kingston Presbyterian Church, is the Kingston Church Graveyard. The graveyard was originally the gravesites for the town and the Beatty family, and was later deeded to the church by the Beatty family. Burials began in 1737 and continued until 1909. Today, there are 75 marked graves and several more which are unmarked. While there are few of the town's old gravestones still intact, the Beatty family plot has been almost entirely preserved. In the mid-19th century, gravestones started to shift from being simple slabs to grand monuments to remember the dead, including those who fought in the Civil War. These new monuments tended to be a lot larger and often more three-dimensional. One of the unique things about the graveyard is that many of the new monuments were built with a Victorian style not typically found in South Carolina. Some of these monuments included sculptures to remember specific people, such as the deceased children of the Beatty family. And while they may seem ordinary at first glance, these monuments hold a haunting story behind the children buried underneath.
People ask all the time about the very unique gravestones that you find here in Kingston Graveyard, and many of those belong to the Beatty family. Now, unfortunately, the Beatty family had a lot of tragedy. Mary and Thomas Beatty had 5 children in their family. 2 of the daughters passed away from the fever when they were very young, leaving 2 sisters and a brother. Cora and Frederica drowned here on the Waccamaw River, the section we call Kingston Lake, in the 1870s in July, which left only their brother Brookie still living with the family. Now, Brookie was not necessarily an athletic child, he wasn't a sickly child, he was just a normal kid. And one afternoon, he told his mother he was just going up to bed, he was going to turn in early. And his mother sat down in the front parlor of the home doing some sewing, and she was singing along with the angels. Now, Mary Beatty was a very religious woman. She would often tell people about her visits from the angels and the good news they had brought her to share. So as she was singing along with the angels, they suddenly struck a sour note. And Mary Beatty said, "What's the meaning of this?" And she hears the voice of her deceased daughter that had drowned in the lake, Cora. And Cora says, "Mother, we've come for our brother." Well, Miss Mary Beatty ran upstairs, and there she found Brookie dead in his bed. Unfortunately, many of the gravestones that you find here in Kingston Graveyard have a very unique and haunting past.